Am I the a-hole for telling my husband I am no longer attracted to him? The title makes me instantly sound like an a-hole, and I'm aware of that. For some context, it slowly started after our second kid. Second child is almost 3 and youngest is 4 months old. After our second child, he was sending messages to IG models about how beautiful they were, and one reached out to me to let me know. Of course, he denied it, but she sent me screenshots, so there was proof. While I was pregnant with our youngest, he was hitting on a coworker and taking her on. Mm, wait, she was already sending random women this, and then she decided to get pregnant again? Well, anyways, while I was pregnant with our youngest, he was hitting on a coworker and taking her on lunch dates. He doesn't know I know about this because I never said anything because I knew he would lie and I was over it. This last incident is what pushed me to no longer find him attractive and just see him as a creep. I walked up behind him and he was going through a girl's OF account. Normally, I would not care, but he paid to view her stuff. When I asked to see his phone, he tried exiting really quickly, but I grabbed the phone anyways. He had been searching this girl on Facebook, Instagram, and OF and went as far as creating an account and paying to view her photos. This last one just made me look at him different, and I no longer find him attractive and told him this. He thinks I'm overreacting and an a-hole for saying he isn't attractive to me anymore. So she's basically asking, what do you guys think? I personally would never, ever, ever be with a man who's addicted to explicit adult stuff. Men who are very obsessed with random women who go as far as to view random naked, like the naked woman on the internet wasn't enough. You have to pay for a random naked lady. Like, that's disgusting. That's nasty. And the fact that she kept having more kids with him is what's so mind-blowing. Because oftentimes, you always see women complain about these type of men, but they're always continuing to have more kids with them. I don't want to blame her because we don't know the situation fully. But at the end of the day, he doesn't sound like he's going to stop. Sounds like he has an addiction. And if he's paying for things, he's probably sleeping with random women. And I suggest OP gets out before she gets some sort of diseases that will never, never, ever, ever go away. Am I the a-hole for telling my husband that if he pays me hourly rate, I will do more housework? I'm a steam fitter, but I've been at it for a while and I'm supervision. With bonuses and incentives, but not counting benefits, I earn over $100 an hour. I also work out of town. I started doing that once the kids were old enough to take care of themselves with their dad at home. So when my youngest was in middle school and the oldest was a junior in high school, it's great. Our retirement savings are piling up and we have been able to splurge on the kids. My husband is upset, however, because I decided to pay for a cleaning lady. He and I discussed it and we agreed that him and the kids didn't do a great job keeping the house clean and tidy while I was away. I hated coming home to a mess. It caused a few fights because it was like they expected me to come home and clean up after them. Having her is fantastic. I come home to a clean house and I am happier. My kids have more time to study and do extracurriculars. They still have chores and they are still expected to clean after themselves. My husband came to me last time I was home and said we should cut back on the service when I'm home, that I should be doing more housework. He thinks that we are wasting money. I said that I work 14 days in a row and that those are 13 hours. Yes, it's mostly paperwork, but his job as a teacher isn't much more physically challenging. I said that I could offer him 2 options. If he wanted, we could completely get rid of the service and him and the kids could make sure the house was in good shape when I got home. Or he could pay me my hourly rate to do extra housework when I am on my days off. He is upset with me and says that I am being financially manipulative. I think if he and the kids actually did what they are supposed to do when I'm away, none of this would be an issue. I personally think that OP's husband just wants her to be under his thumb and financial control again, because if she's paying for it, the job is getting done one way or the other. What exactly is the issue? Whether she stays home and cleans and cooks 24/7 or whether someone comes in and she pays for it, as long as it's not hurting anybody's pockets, what's the issue? At the end of the day, isn't the house clean? I don't get it. Like, some people are just very weird. Am I the a-hole for telling my son to pay back the money he spent on his online girlfriend? I, 45 male, have a son, 16 male, that loves to play video games. I purchased him a PlayStation 5 for his birthday last year, and he plays online with friends. He's been telling me that he has been chatting online with a girl, 15, female, and they have slowly started dating. They don't talk over the microphone as hers broke, and he has no idea what she looks like. I told him to be careful on what he sends her and to not give her any personal information. My son has his own credit card with a limit on it, and I told him not to go over the limit and only use it for emergencies. I got the credit card bill for this month, and there were charges repeatedly for the game he plays, in charges of $50 to $100. I was furious as he gets gift cards for the games for his birthday and Christmas. I approached him with the bill and asked him what the charges were. He told me that his girlfriend wanted new stuff for the game and would break up with him if he didn't purchase them. I told him that I would pay the charges and that he would have to pay me back the money. I told him that there were many jobs that would hire him. He got angry with me that he wouldn't have time to work as he plays sports in school. I told him that if I was able to balance working and school, he would have no problem doing it. I took his credit card away. He's not speaking to me now, only if it's regards to being picked up or needing a ride to see his friends. He's mad that I'm making him pay the money back and get a job. Top comment. Your son is 100% being scammed here. There is no girlfriend and you desperately need to step in and stop the situation. OP replied, I will. I have spoken to him about the dangers of scammers online before. I will have him block all communication if they're still chatting. Yeah, why do I get the feeling that this 16-year-old girlfriend is probably not 16 or a girl? Because nowadays kids are talking to random people on the internet. They're always and the thing is, like, grown weird pervs and scammers are seeking out young impressionable children, and they're seeking out elderly impressionable people, scamming them, taking away their money, making it seem like they're in love with them. This is literally catfish. I remember that one show back in the day, Catfish, where people were talking to random people on the internet, and then the person would be catfished, and the person will like meet the other person and is not what they were expecting. But yeah, online is very dangerous. Obi clearly needs to he doesn't need Reddit. He needs to take quick action before his little beloved son ends in a ditch somewhere, because nowadays people are very, very crazy and weird. Plus, now that social media is so prevalent, is that the word, prevalent? Like, it's so easy, it's easy for pervs and weirdos to seek out children on the internet, because like a lot of people, once they know they're weird, they hang out in spaces where they can get away with their weirdness. Like a grown adult male hanging out in some teenage boys, online groups to play games and stuff. But yeah, OP doesn't need to be asking if he's an a-hole. OP is going to be asking, what did I do wrong when his little son is victimized? So he needs to step in as soon as possible.